with Potomac Beads. Join me in making this Amora bracelet featuring the Navettes as well as the halos for diamond beads. If you need any materials, check out the links below me to shop with us online. Remember during the video too, hit that little button in the corner to subscribe to get regular updates from us here at Potomac Beads. I'm going to begin my project with my halo shape diamond as well as my opal navette here. I have on my needles two size 12 beading needles on 0.006 wildfire beading thread, about 5 feet of thread. I have 15 seed beads here in the Duracoat galvanized gold and the Duracoat galvanized eggplant in the 11-0, both of them Miyuki brand. What I have first on my thread and needle are going to be a combination of 2 15s, 1 11, and 2 15s. I've then taken my needle when the diamond halo is sitting on the horizontal lengthwise and added one needle through one hole and one needle through the other hole. This is going to decorate the end of the diamond pretty perfectly. And when I'm coming out the middle, I want to make sure that my threads are equal on each side, that both the left and the right have the same amount of thread. Coming out the middle there, what I want to do is add 1 15-0 on my right needle, 1 15-0 on the left. I'm going to pick up 1 11-0 on the right needle and then crisscross the left needle through it. This is going to take that 11-0 down into the middle of the halo diamond. I'm going to add 1 15-0 to the right needle, 1 15-0 to the left needle. Let those drop down in between the diamond. And then we're going to take our thread and needle, the one that's on the right, through the right hand hole at the top of the diamond, and the other one through the left hand hole, going from the middle of the diamond towards the exterior. You want to make sure after you're done this initial little Xing and this diamond shape that you still do have the same amount of thread on either side. After doing this diamond shape here, we're going to separate our threads right and left, and I want you to add in 1 15 on your left needle and 1 15 on your right needle. From here, we're going to add another one of our diamond halos. I'm going to add one of my diamond halos on the right hand side, this time with it sitting vertically, and I'm going to go through the bottom hole on the left hand side and out towards the middle. When I come out the middle here, I want to add 1 15-0 and 1 11-0 and 1 15-0 on my thread and needle. I'm going to go through the other side of that diamond halo, going through towards the exterior, still with it sitting on the vertical. Coming out the side then, I want you to decorate with 2 15s, 1 11, and 2 15s. We're going to take the needle and thread and go back through that same diamond duo from the upper hole, which is empty, in towards the middle of the diamond. Coming out the middle of the diamond, I want you to add 1 15-0 on your needle. Now we're going to pick up and share the 11-0 that we added to the bottom, right like that. We're going to add one more 15, and then we're going to sew back through that halo diamond towards the interior of the project and decorate the middle. Now I've done that with my right needle. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the left needle so my sides of my project match and mimic one another. Once you're done adding in your next diamond there to the bottom and the sides mimic, we're going to pick up our 7 by 15 millimeter navette, and the one that I'm using here is going to be the violet opal. I have one needle on the right side and one needle on the left side, and what we're going to do is actually change which side these needles are on. I'm going to pick up 1 15 on the right needle and 1 15 on the left needle. From there I'm going to pick up my navette, and I'm going to pick it up so that way it's lengthwise as well and the crystal's facing towards the top. I'm going to sew my right needle from the right hand side through to the left hand side, and the left going in that same hole from the left coming towards the right. As you pull your thread and needle then on both sides, that navette will pop right into the middle of your diamond halos. We're going to take this opportunity now to add in some seed beads and get our needles from the bottom hole of that navette to the top hole of that navette. So I'm going to be adding in 3 15s, 1 11, and 3 15s. The needle that's on the right hand side is going to go back to the left up there at the top. The needle that is on the left is going to go back up to the top and go towards the right. Once you have your needle and thread through there, right and left, we're going to be doing the exact same thing that we just did with the diamond halos along the opposite side too. So you can turn this if it's easier for you to the right or the left, and what we'll eventually do is come back and kind of gather up and hold in all of the rest of these seed beads. So I've already done it on the left side that I added in my next diamond halo, and on the right side we're doing the exact same thing with our threaded needle coming out of our violet opal navette at a 15-0, go through the diamond halo, add in a 15, 11, 15, let that drop into the center of your diamond, sew through the hole right next to it, coming out that hole on the exterior of the diamond. That's when we're going to add 2 15s, 1 11, and 2 15s. Use that to decorate the side of the diamond, back in towards the interior of that diamond. When I come into the interior of the diamond, that's where I'm going to grab one more of my 15, grab onto the 11 that's already in the middle of the diamond, sew through it towards the interior, add another 15, and sew through the last open hole of the diamond coming out towards the middle of the project. Give a nice tight pull on both sides just to make sure that you don't have any extra thread exposed. When you're coming out the middle here, we're going to reverse, adding 1 15 on to both the right and the left needle, crisscross through the 11 that sits in the middle after adding a 15 on each needle, and mimic the end here. Once you're done with adding that last halo diamond here on the exterior, we have a needle coming out the right and the left, and what we're going to do is go down through and attach the sides to our bracelet. Now, if you want to do this as a pendant, you're going to basically skip these couple clips and then come back as we go down and kind of add the whole pendant together. What I'm going to do is take my 15-0s, I'm going to take 2 on the left needle and 2 on the right needle, vice versa. And then I'm going to cross through, cross through one of the 11s. Adding an 11 on the right needle, I'm going to crisscross with the needle on the left going to the right. That is going to bring that mimicking end from one side to the other. From here, I'm going to add in 1, 2, 3 15s on my right needle, and then 1 11-0. Pick up your next diamond halo and sew from the right side in towards the interior, towards the middle. Same thing with the one on the left. You're going to do 1, 2, 3 15s, 1 11, and through to the middle. When you come through to the middle then, you're going to create that same Xing pattern where you have 1 15, 1 11 that you cross through, and then 1 15. I picked that up with my left needle. Now with my right, I'm going to add 1 15, cross through that same 11-0 seed bead, add in one more 15 after it, and once you add the 15 after it, both the left and the right needle can come out towards the exterior of the diamond halo. So once you're coming out of the halo diamond here, you're going to continue this same Xing pattern to add on your next and continuing on to make it as long as you want it to. Now, I'm only going to add 2 of my halos to each side. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer for my Xing. So remember, I have 1 11, and then I'm going to add my 3 15s, both on the right needle and on the left. 1 11, 3 15s, and while I have this needle in my hand, I'm going to take it and add 1 more 11. Grab the other needle and crisscross through that 11 that you just added. That's going to bring that right to the top of that diamond and just frame it in. If you want to, you can go back to the next diamond as well and keep going. Again, what I'm going to do is space it out a little bit, adding in another series of diamonds, adding in a couple 15s, then another 8, and crossing through. So I have 2 of my halos for diamonds right after my center stone here. And you can see what I did there was add my Xing, and then I added 3 more, add an Xing again, and the same thing going through. What I'm going to continue then to give it a little bit more length is do another 2 inches of just that crisscrossing through the 11, adding 3 15s, crisscross through the 11s, 3 15s on either side, crisscross through the 11. So I'm going to do that for another 2 inches, add my clasp, and then we'll get back ready to come through and add my seed beads on the outer edge. Once you've got another 1 to 2 inches of that design, depending on your wrist size, and I just did 1 inch because I have a fairly small wrist, I'm going to go in after my crisscrossed 11, and I'm going to add in 1, 2, 3, 11 or 15 O's, go up through my Potomac cup button, add a 15, an 11, and a 15. You could also use a pretty clasp garden clasp. Anything really will work. Down through the other side of the cup button, grab 3 more of my 15s, sewing back through that same 11 O. Now to reinforce, because we're going to be going back down the project and building the other side, but not on this one, we're going to go back through the 3 seed beads that I just added with the opposite needle, up through the clasp as well as the seed beads, down through the button on the other side, and down through those 3 seed beads. Crisscross through the 11, so your needles will be on opposing sides of that 11O seed bead. Give a nice tight pull, and that pulls your button into place. From here, I'm going to sew down through my 3 11Os on the right hand side, add in my 3 15Os, add in 11, sew down through the 3 15s. Add an 11, sew down through the 3 15s. Add in an 11. And now you can see I'm doing this on the right hand side. I'm going to do it on the left also. So once I go down through and add in my 11Os, we're going to be joined and come out right on the side of the 11Os next to that first diamond on both the left and the right side. Once you finish the little chain there for the back ending, I've already done it with my needle that was on the opposite side. You get to your last section here of your 11Os, crisscross through the 11O after the 15s, go down through then the 15s, and out through the 11 right by the diamond duo, or I'm sorry, by the halo diamond. Coming out the halo diamond then, it is time to add some seed beads on the side. So coming out that 11O, we're going to decorate with some gold beads along the edge. You're going to do 2 15s, 1 11, 2 15s, and go through the 11 and 15s down the other side of the diamond. And see, it's just going to pop those on the outer edge and decorate that out just a little bit more. Anything you do on the right needle, you're also going to do on the left. You're going to do it the whole way down, crossing through and over until we're out the side here, right near the center of our Navette setting. Once you've come out of your 15-0 here, you can see I've done it on the left-hand side. I'm going to show you how on the right. It adds the pieces together so that way they're not as floppy and adds in a nice seed bead look to the exterior. Coming out here, we're going to add 3, 1, 2, 3 of our 15-0s, 1 of our 11-0s, and then 5 of our 15-0s. You're going to sew up through all the seed beads along the exterior of this halo diamond. Coming out the halo diamond there, the seed beads at the top, I want you to add 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 15-0s, 1 11-0, and then just like we've been doing where we've been sharing some of the 11s, you're going to pick up that 11 that's in the middle right there by the navette, sew through there, and then repeat 1 of my 11s and 4 15s. Sew through the top here of the seed beads above the right hand diamond. Coming out through all those seed beads then, go ahead and add your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 15s, 1, 11, and 3 more 15s. After doing so, you're going to sew through the 2 11s, the 2 15s, and the 1 11 there at the end. Now obviously we already have one side done, so we just need to finish up and make the second side here to do our bracelet. Halfway, I want to show you exactly what the pendant or the piece looks like, and it is a beautiful little design. Keep in mind too, if you would want to make this as a necklace, it's very easy to do so. And what I would do is, instead of having the diamond come off right there along the side, I've had the diamond come off here, or you can do it as a pendant with it coming off from the other direction. I'm going to go through now, and just like we did on this exterior side where we added the seed beads, or I'm sorry, the diamonds first, and then we went back and decorated the seed beads, we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to add my 2 diamonds and crisscross in the middle along the sides, and then we'll get ready to add a loop for the button to go inside of. After going through and doing the second side here and doing your little crisscross through, I'm going through the last 11-0 on this side, and I've added 35 of my 15-0 seed beads on one side of my needle. I'm going to take my other needle now and go back through all of those same seed beads in the opposite direction. If you want to, you can even decorate the exterior doing a peyote stitch instead. I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. After creating the loop and sewing back through these seed beads then, we're going to exit just like we did on the other side, and you're literally just repeating again, going through and crisscrossing through that 11-0. We're going to come down the left side and the right side, adding in an 11-0 between each one of my 11 or 15-0 sets to mimic the other side, which creates that little lines of 11-0. Around the sides here then, I'm going to add in my 2 15s, my 1 11, my 2 15s, and then I'm going to knot the project off sometime right along the back here. So I'm just going to go up the left, repeating exactly the same thing that I showed you, up the right as well, and then knot off and finish off the project to end your Amora bracelet. As you finish up the bracelet, your threaded needle are going to come out right near that 11-0, and I just wanted to put it on to show you how pretty this bracelet looks in person. Now keep in mind, you can always change it up and try out some different beads in the middle. Have fun creating with some of the other halo beads. You can use the round ones and create kind of this centerpiece as well. And when you go through and you finish off the bracelet, you can go back through a little bit and tie off towards the end of the project, burning down your thread, and then you have your nice Amora bracelet. You can see how much bigger this is on me rather than kind of the standard wrist, and I have about a 6.5 to 6.25 inch wrist when you're working on it. When you're looking at and creating, remember there are tons and tons of different materials that you can pick out to shop with us online. If you check out PotomacBeads.com, the links are below, which will have also all the colors that were used in this video. Keep in mind, if you haven't yet, hit that little subscribe button in the right-hand side to get regular updates from us here at Potomac Beads, especially when we go live, when we have new creations for you, as well as new ideas and new things that we're bringing to the market. Be the first one to know by clicking that subscribe button. Remember Remember also, again, check out those links below if you need to shop with us online at all or gather up your materials from PotomacBeads.com as well as PotomacBeads.eu. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to comment also if you do make any changes, have any questions to help out the fellow beading world. Thanks everybody so much, and enjoy making your own Amora bracelet.